So, hi everyone, my name's Nathan, and as part of the World Congress on Virtual Rehabilitation, we're getting to know just a little bit more about our keynote presenters at this year's Congress in Amsterdam in June. I'm joined by Professor Giuseppe Riva. Giuseppe, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you to all. Just a few introduction about myself. I am a professor of cognitive science at the Catholic University in Milano, and I am also the director of the Applied Technology for Neuropsychology Lab at l'Istituto Auxologico Italiano, a clinical hospital in which we use technology to improve the quality of healthcare. Well, I have two souls. On one side, I am an academic, so most of the time is spent in teaching and in lessons. But on the other side, I am a researcher. I've been started working with VR in 1994. So it's 30 years that I'm using advanced technology for healthcare. And I published extensively in this field. I am probably the researcher with the largest number of published scientific papers in this area. And I applied virtual reality in many areas of mental health and rehabilitation, from eating disorder to chronic pain to stroke and Parkinson's disease. So I have a big knowledge about the potential of virtual reality and also its limitation.
And that's exactly why we're really excited to see you at the Congress this year. I think there's going to be huge amounts that you can contribute, and your thoughts and your experiences over the many years that you've been working with virtual rehab is going to be incredible. So, and you are opening our Congress this year. You are our first keynote speaker. So the talk is titled "Exploring the Mind: Enhancing Human Experience Through XR Neuroscience." Sounds super interesting. Could you give us just a very brief kind of overview of what that will involve?
Yeah, one of the most exciting discoveries of neuroscience is that our brain is a predictive system, a simulation system. So we can say that the brain is very similar to virtual reality. And this feature of our mind is not so well explored. We know now that many mental health diseases, from eating disorder to psychosis, are connected to disturbances in this simulation system. So just to make it clear, in anorexia nervosa, patients experience a body that is totally wrong. Why they do that? Because the simulation of the body made by the brain is wrong. And the biggest features of virtual reality is that, like our brain, virtual reality is a simulation system. So if our brain is a simulation system, virtual reality is a simulation system, we can use a simulation system to correct mistakes in our brain. And this opens a huge potential for rehabilitation and mental health.
Absolutely, yeah, and that sounds super interesting. That's going to be obviously a big part of the talk, and that will get all the discussions going for the first day. So why do you think that people should come to the Congress? And you touched on a little bit there about the potential of VR. Why do you think people need to come to the Congress this year?
Because I am fully aware that my colleagues are not totally don't have a clear vision about the potential of this technology. Most clinicians think consider virtual reality like a game that can be funny for patients, that can be engaging for patients, but do not understand the real added value coming from this technology. I think that neuroscience now provides a clear added value for the use of this technology. And I think that this conference can showcase real application of virtual reality that are not only games, but are real clinical tools that can be applied in the daily clinical treatment in many diseases.
And that's going to be useful for all clinicians who are perhaps even not just those who are really motivated for VR, but perhaps those who are kind of thinking, well, how am I going to implement this? You know, what role does it play? And that's exactly what we're going to be covering at the Congress this year. And we're going to be doing it in sunshine, hopefully, in the middle of June. So that's probably one of the parts that I'm looking forward to the most. Being from the UK, getting some sunshine is always good. What are you
That's
looking
great.
forward to? What are you looking forward to the most?
Well, I think that now the big issue is not the technology, because technology is cheaper than ever before. Now you can buy a virtual reality headset for $250, $300. So it's really, really very cheap. The big issue is the rationale, how to use virtual reality to be really helpful. And this can be done not only by clinician alone. I think that this conference is also critical to put many different people from different backgrounds together, because clinicians have a very clear vision of the problem, but do not know the limitation of the technology. Technologists are aware of what is the best hardware you can use, but do not understand the clinical requirements that you have to face in the real life, not only in the lab. So I think that this merging of visions and backgrounds is probably the best we can achieve on my side from the conference.
Completely agree. So hopefully that's given everyone a little bit more of a reason to attend this year, or if you've already bought your ticket, made you even just that little bit more excited about seeing everybody in June. So thank you so much, Giuseppe, for your time today. Really looking forward to seeing you in June. And yeah, we shall see you in Amsterdam. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you to all.